Well, Medicaid provides, we get 20 hours a day of nursing for Paul, which is really nice. Actually, I wanted to show you guys. So before we only had 12 hours a day, and then I woke up, see, Paul's fed by a G-tube, and you can see these cords that go right here from his stomach. And we woke up in the morning one time, and that's what, without having a nurse, he'd wrapped the cords all over his head. So obviously a choking hazard, extremely dangerous. So after that, I asked for 20 hours a day nursing so we could have a night nurse too. So they ensure that Paul is safe during the day and at night. It helps with his communication device. He uses his eyes to communicate with us, so as you just eyes hungry, hungry, hungry. Medicaid helps pay for that, the communication device. His G-tube, I don't even know how much the supplies are each month, quite a bit. He has one medication, that's $3,000 a month. When we go into the hospital, you know, his bills can rack up. How much was that? ACTH, we had one medication that it was $23,000 every 3 weeks for one medication. And that's what stopped his seizures when he was about 8 months old. So, you know, even we have our own insurance for Paul that we pay for, and we have backup Medicaid. So, but that backup Medicaid pays for everything that insurance doesn't have. It keeps Paul home alone with us instead of Paul, you know, institutionalized or in the hospital. Now Paul, at the end of last year, we started taking him to school, so he's able to go to school from 10 to 3. But he gets therapies there, and gets to hang out with his peers.
So what will happen if you don't, if the act passes and you obviously lose your Medicaid?
Well, we wouldn't have nurses anymore. We can't afford to have 20 hours a day of nursing. So Paul's safety, his life literally is being put at risk. You saw the picture where the cords are wrapped around his head. He has a bleeding disorder where he can just start bleeding. And the nurses watch for that at nighttime. He's lost up to 200 mLs of blood at a time. So it literally, they catch that stuff right away. You know, we as parents, we're of course awake during the day, and we do the best we can at night, but it's impossible for any person to have hands-on care to this extent. So it's really scary.
So what would you say to Corey Gardner about your situation and just Medicaid in general, what it means to you?
I'd love for him to come follow us around for a day or even 24 hours, just be in our family situation, and just to really get a good hands-on of what our nurses provide for us, what Medicaid does to help Paul, his quality of life, and you know, he can, yeah, to see firsthand.